Okay, this is Full On With Fury. That's kind of what I've called the mini doc, Full On With Fury. How are you doing, Peter?
So.
Okay, just finished from the gym, and to be back now. Let's talk a bit about what's been going on in the world of boxing. Deontay Wilder's fight with Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, it was a good fight. He come through a durable, a difficult opponent, southpaw, awkward. Took a lot for Wilder to find his range. Took a lot for him to work him out. He had a rocky time himself in 7, was it? But he
7.
Come through it and did a good job. Stopped him. Can't ask for any more. Win's a win.
What did you make of the 8th round where the referee decided to give him more time to recover?
7th.
7th?
Yeah.
7th round?
7th round.
Give who more time to recover?
Wilder.
They'll have a little bit of I suppose it's like anything else, but he come through it, that's the main thing, and he got the job done.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Would it be fair to say with Wilder that we shouldn't pay too much attention to his boxing fundamentals, but appreciate him for just being the devastating puncher that he is, if you see him as a devastating puncher?
Let me say this, right? The better your opponent is, the more you're going to look bad. Ortiz is a very awkward, very slick boxer, heavyweight, so it takes a lot of working out. People say, oh, Wilder's this, he's that. Because Ortiz was making him look bad, he had to work it out. It was not an easy fight. It was never going to be an easy fight. Nobody else is fighting Ortiz, are they?
No,
everybody else is cherry picking, and he's willing to fight. And I like Wilder for a simple reason. He says he wants to fight people, and he is fighting them. So the fella can't do any more.
What do you make of this situation here with Wilder coming to the UK to get the fight with Joshua, and then being told by Joshua's promoter, well, you know, we don't really want him coming. We can give you ringside, but you can't get inside the ring and do what Klitschko did. And Joshua himself saying, well, you know what, at least Klitschko had the fight signed. We don't need the hype for Wilder. What are your thoughts on that?
Just say that again. You don't need hype for Wilder.
We don't need the hype for Wilder. Wilder doesn't need to get in the ring after Joshua. If Joshua beats Parker, he doesn't need to be getting in the ring. Let him stay ringside and make all the noise he wants outside of the ring.
How do you know Joshua's going to beat Parker?
I don't know that.
You just said he did. You just said after Joshua beats Parker.
According to his promoter, this is.
Whose promoter?
Joshua's promoter.
Listen, he says a lot of things, doesn't he?
So
no, there's nothing certain in life. Keep talking like that, and one day it'll go wrong.
So what do you think of Deontay Wilder coming to the UK to try and make the fight with Joshua?
The fight with Joshua. I think it's a fight everybody would like to see. You know, I was listening to Shelley Finkel the other day, reading some correspondence out, and I like Shelley Finkel. He's spent a bit of time with him, and he calls me up regular, keeps in touch. And, he's a nice guy, Shelley Finkel. He's an old school boy, and he's very clued up with the boxing. There'll be nobody pulling the wool over his eyes, over Shelley's eyes, that's for sure.
As you've got a good working relationship with Shelley, a personal relationship with him, does that allude to the fact that possibly one day we could see your son, Hughie, against Wilder?
Anything's possible. They're heavyweights, aren't they? So it just depends if it's viable for them and viable for us. So it's one of them.
One of your fighters that used to be at a gym, Dave Allen. Your thoughts on how his career has gone since obviously leaving the gym and doing what he's doing now, and where he's at?
I think Dave Allen, I've always said, he's a very nice fellow. You know, I wish him all the very best. That fight we didn't see, it's tragic what happened in the rematch. We got a cut, and we know about cuts. It's bad when that happens. But let's face it, he looked in very good physical condition, Dave Allen. So that's working. I didn't see any boxing improvements. I had him losing the first round straight away.
Yep.
So he lost the first round. So what's good about that? So I don't know. It seemed to be the same how the first fight was going. So like I said, so I don't know what type of training's happening there, but you can be as fit as you want. It's not fitness and being on the scales and losing weight is not going to make you win fights. You need more than that.
There are some people in the world that believe if you lose weight, that makes you a better fighter, and suddenly you're going to win fights. But obviously, boxing fundamentals are key.
There's a lot of know-alls in boxing.
Did you want to add to that?
Just what I've said.
Right. Parker.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Yeah.
If you talk to most, they'll tell you that Joshua's going to walk straight through him, he'll blast him out in a couple of rounds. And
No, he's not. It's an hard fight. It's an hard fight because Parker can fight. So, you know, let's have a look at it. We've got an overall Klitschko who was already well on his way. It's at the end of his reign, coming to the end of his tether. So he fought a real live opponent there in Takam. And you know, the fights are getting harder because the opponents now, they're not to be so much cherry picked, are they? Like before. So he's going to be in hard fights. So he come through an hard fight against Takam because Takam's a good fighter. He's a world level fighter. And it caused big problems there. So, you know, and we all know what Parker did with Takam. He had a good fight with him. It was a hard fight for Parker as well. Parker seemed to hold his composure more better in that fight. So styles make fights. So it's not a walk in the park. And if Parker brings the right strategies, it could be an upset. If Parker stands there and lets Joshua tee off on him, then it will be an early night. It just depends how they go about it.
Kevin Barry said if Parker doesn't bring fast feet and fast hands, he'll take a freaking beating. That's what Kevin Barry said to us. That right?
Parker's got good hand speed, you know. I think he's a good young heavyweight. I've always rated Parker as a very good young heavyweight. You know, he ticks a lot of boxes, so I see it as a good fight. It's not all going to be one-way traffic.
Okay. Lucas Brown, Dillian White. Stories I'm hearing is that Lucas Brown isn't in the best physical shape. That's what I've heard from people that are close to watching him training at the Peacock. He's got a little extra weight. Is that something to be looked into, or should we just...
Doesn't really matter, does it, if he's got weight or not? It ain't going to make his boxing skills any better, is it?
No. But he's got that big punch, right?
He can punch. But that's all he's got. He's got a punch, that's it.
But we say the same thing about Wilder, right?
No, Wilder's got a bit more than that, hasn't he? Couldn't say Wilder's like the same as Brown, could you?
They're both huge punchers.
Nothing like, are they?
Like different styles.
One is a world level athlete, isn't he?
Yes, absolutely.
I see Brown. Look, you want my opinion on boxing?
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not that good for boxing.
As a fighter, brawler.
Doesn't matter. What's brawling? Brawling's outside on the street. This is a boxing match in a ring. So there is no brawling, is there?
So Dillian White versus him, who wins? In your, it sounds like you've got it.
Anything can happen. If Brown catches him, Brown will knock him into next week. But he's got to catch him. But if Dillian White catches him, he does the same. I think Dillian's got a little bit more finesse about him. He's got better boxing ability. I see him in it.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
But
Are you?
Brown could catch him and tip him upside down.
Povetkin, Price.
Yeah? What room is it?
Got to heavily favour Povetkin, haven't you?
You have to favour him, but that right hand of Price, he can knock over a horse if he lands.
Well, if we go past history though, it's you know, Povetkin's a world level fighter, isn't he?
He is.
So this is it, you know. I'd like to see Price do it, and I'd like to see David Price do well. On what I can see, and what I've seen on the comeback trails and everything else, is not enough. So
It was talked about before, and it's been mentioned a lot. Whispers, David Price at one point coming to train with yourself. Was this something that was true, or was it just rumours?
Rumours. Always give advice when they need advice, but that's it. So
there was no chance of you training Price at all then?
well, he's not with me, so he's not. No, I'm not training him at all.
No, I mean in terms of the possibility at any point in time that that possibility of you and him working together, was that ever on that? I was never a...
No, I'm not interested in it.
Okay, good.
Maybe in the past I could have been.
Yeah.
But certainly not now.
Okay.
The thing is, what I will say though, and I said this before somewhere, that he does not good Povetkin against tall fighters.
Yeah.
That's clear. But fighters his own size, he's very good. You know, look what he done with Takam in 10 rounds. You know, he's very good with people that's not so similar size.
Yep.
When he fights big, taller men, he seems to struggle. You know, Klitschko basically held him at bay with a jab.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get past it. It was like a rabbit in headlights with a jab.
Can Price do that? Or...
Well, don't know. Well, we'll soon see anyway, but what a success story it would be if Price could chin him.
That was something in it. I'm actually going for Price to chin him. I know it sounds as crazy as it sounds.
I'm not as optimistic as you. But it'd be nice, yeah. Listen, heart tells me I'd like Price to do it, and really would.
Yes.
You know, this guy's had a rough ride. It's all gone wrong in every possible way for him.
Yep.
So, you know, I hope and pray Price does it. But me, realist looking at it, he's not going to do it.
Brian Jennings was of the same belief. He felt that Price is going to he doesn't like getting hit, and the fact that he doesn't like getting hit.
I can tell you now, Povetkin is 10 leagues above Christian Hammer. 10 leagues above him. In speed, punching ferocity, everything. He's a different league, different animal to Hammer. So, it doesn't bode well, does it? But he's got a puncher's chance. So, come on, David. But this is your final one, so it's shit or bust for you. So make sure you put everything into it.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more.
Take it into a street fight.
This
Get
is
the
what
boxing. Let your shots go properly. You're a big man, 18 odd stone. Take his head off. Have a fight.
I said the Price needs to come out like Hagler Hearns, that sort of come out and just throw
Price
bombs.
has got to think, you know what?
Have it.
Fuck it. Let's have it. Smack, smack, smack all around the head. Not valued. Get right into it. Protect Povetkin. He's big enough to pick Povetkin up and throw him over the top rope. Go in with that attitude.
Bully him.
Yeah. Forget sitting on behind the jab and waiting and all that. Get into it. Big man versus little man. Rip him all over the shop.
But if he took that mentality, and that's the mentality I hope he takes, but has he got that in his DNA to do that though?
Well, he needs to get it. Start slapping him around, Derry Matthews, in the dressing room. Start upsetting him.
Big bad David Price. Can you imagine?
Do whatever it takes. He might hate you beforehand, but he'll love you after.
But if he went out there and he actually starched Povetkin, you could see, really, then...
He starts Povetkin, that's it. He's there, isn't he?
He is.
We'll be having David Price on Granada News every night. He'll be the next best thing, but he'll be wanting to match him up with Joshua or whatever.
I kind of hope he does it. But
listen, life's transforming for him, but if ever a man deserves it, he's up against it though.
Absolutely. Moving on. Scoring in boxing. How many fights are being ruined because of this? And is there a way around it? Should there be a fourth judge? Should there be a fifth judge?
It's bent, isn't it, boxing? You know, look, you've got promoters who's very friendly with the organisations, massaging each other, putting things each other's way, getting friendly, and it does. It affects the scores. You know, that's it. You know, and it works out. It affects the fighters. So that's what you're up against.
So how do you change that? Can it be changed?
I think everything will get changed eventually, but it's not at the moment because it is. Let's put it this way: scales are heavily tipped with the promoter's fighter. So whether they're friendly with the organisation as well, you can. That's more or less what it is.
Let's talk Hennessy Sports, Box Nation.
What about
the story? Mick Hennessy. We don't hear much about Mick Hennessy. Don't hear him talk that much. Why is that? I mean, you know, for a promoter, why is he so quiet? Shouldn't he be up front and talking more and be seen everywhere? Or you don't think that's necessary?
might be necessary for a lot of people. Mick's quietly doing his job. You know, look, how many champions has Mick brought through? How many?
I lost count.
Al Fox, one of them.
Yep.
Loads of fighters. Junior Witter was with him.
Yep.
Mick's a talent spotter. He knows about fighters. That's what's happened. Is Mick? Why is Mick not on top of the world? Why is he not in spotlights? Because he's been betrayed, hasn't he? The fighters has promised him the earth, and basically, he's been betrayed. So that's it. So you can't stop that. So that's why Mick's not up in lights, because he's put his trust in fighters, and they've backdoored him, haven't they? So that's the reality. That's why Mick's not up in spotlights, because that's reality.
Do you believe he can still do the job for you in 2018? I know he's done it before, but can he do it again for you now in 2018? Do you believe?
But look, we had the UCAD stuff. Nobody else would pull up for the fight. He put on a world title fight. Parker. So, against all the odds, put the fight on. When every promoter said, can't put it on, even Eddie Hearn, you Eddie, was going on tenfold, telling Parker's people, fight's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And you've done us a favour, by the way, Eddie. I'm not upset with you, because obviously it put a spanner in the works for Team Parker, because they believed you. They thought the fight wasn't going to happen. But, so what I'm trying to say to you, because all of the governing bodies got together, some monopoly going on, and vetoed the fight going on their channels or whatever, Mick rightly said, F you, let's go on the YouTube then, put the fight on. It's going to lose money, so what? Stick it on. What promoters do you know will do that? What promoters do you know believe in their fighter to that extent to do that? I don't. That's why Mick is a friend of mine. He's always going to be a friend of mine. I've got the bit between my teeth, because my son's going to be a world champion and Mick's going to get rewarded, because there's no back door, none of that here. Yeah? So we'll straight down the line, started with my team, end with a team, that's it.
Character. What does character mean for you in a fighter?
What do you mean exactly?
Character, the thing that keeps you attracted to a fighter, that keeps you connected with a fighter, the things that you want to see in a fighter, hunger, desire, these things.
We've got to have it, haven't we, to be a fighter for start-offs, and to scale great heights and be a champion, they've got to be a special individual to be a world champion. So you have to tick all the boxes. You don't get a world title for being no good, or you've been this or you've been that. You've got to be dedicated. So to be a world champion is a special thing. So special thing, special person. So it goes hand in hand, doesn't it? To win a world title, you ain't got to sit and eat fish and chips every day, have you? You've got to train really hard and put your heart and soul into it.
A dedicated fighter, are they easy to come by?
No, because if there was, we'd have, I don't know, how many boxers have we got in the world? Everybody would be a world champion, wouldn't they?
Well, I say that in the sense that a guy can not be as dedicated and still win world titles.
Can he?
Can it be sustained though?
Well, I don't know any, like I said, I don't know any fighters that's not dedicated that wins world titles.
They blow up in weight, they go down, and then they come and fight, and then they blow up in weight, and they come back and fight, but they still win the world titles. But that dedication outside the gym, then?
Well, that can only last so long, and it's going to come back to them, isn't it? So it's what it is. Look, the body gets tired. Everything will take its toll. The body's a machine; it needs looking after. You can't just go on a diet, jump on the scales and say, I'm ready for battle, I'm ready for a fight. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot involved in it. There's a lot involved with boxing and preparations. So it has to be right. You can't cheat boxing.
There's no shortcuts.
You can't just go and have a weekend, have a binge, or whatever they do, and then think, I can do it, I can do it. Look at me, I'm having a good spar, it's easy for me, I can do it, I can do it. So you won't be doing it, because when the real deal happens, when you cheat it, it's coming back to you. So that's boxing. You've got to be dedicated no matter what. If you want to get where you want to be, you've got to put blood, sweat and tears into it.
What are the things that you won't stand for as a trainer?
I don't know really. I don't like liars. I don't like where they're coming in, pretending to train and doing something else behind your back, because it all comes to the surface and you find out. I like people to be genuine and train hard and do the best, because I'm putting my life into it. Yeah. So that if I'm in late 40s, or 50 now, I should say, or 1 foot in the grave, and I'm dedicated in a training camp like an idiot, yeah, and that fighter's not giving me the same back, there's the door, because what good's that? They're fooling themselves and wasting your time as well. So I have to see elite dedication, and if it's not there, you're wasting your breath. And there's plenty of other trainers that'll do it, won't they? Because it's like a pound sign. But the bottom line is, if you want to achieve things and win world titles, and go down and achieve good things in life, you need dedication. About anything less, it's not going to cut it, is it?
What separates, people say this is the most obvious question, what separates you from Eubank Jr. and Eubank Sr.? You're a father and a trainer. Eubank Sr. seems to think that he's something, and with his son. So, what's the key there for success for you, father and son?
So what have I got to do with Eubank then?
Because you are a father and a son, Huey.
Oh, like he's a father and
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's not. Maybe he hasn't got the fatherly role for young Eubank. Maybe Eubank doesn't listen to his dad. Do you know that? He does listen to him?
I don't know.
So how can we make assumptions what's going on behind closed doors? Young Eubank might say, listen, I know 10 times more than you, old man. I'm a better fighter than you. Shut up. I'm going to do what I'm doing. If that's the case, then his dad's not to blame, is he? But if he is listening intently to his dad, and that's his dad instructions, the way he fought last time, then you need a reality check. Because it was wrong, wasn't it? You don't stand in the centre of the ring with somebody like Rose who's a good boxer, and you're flat on your feet doing nothing, and somebody's moving around you throwing that jab of fate and you're all over the place. You're losing. In fact, that fight was lost in the first round. He wasn't getting it back. Because he done first round, second round, it was all the same. Standard. There was nothing really there. You know, he put a good show up and he tried his best. He took some good shots, he's got a good heart and everything else, he ticks all them boxes, but there's no place for runners up, is it?
What do you make of him having a rematch now against Quinlan for the IBO title?
Yeah, it's good business, isn't it? He'll get a world title back, he can come again. So why not? ITV as well. So they're sticking with him and behind him and everything, so it's good for him. Like I said, losing to Grove, there's no big drama. But he's got to be impressive next time when he comes back to Eubanks, because people will be looking at it to see. He's done the same with Billy Joe and he's done the same here. So every time he stepped up for a world title, either something's happened up there or whatever, but he's ended up doing the same thing when he's come up against boxers.
Billy Joe Saunders, did you hear his fight's been cancelled with Martin Murray?
Yeah, yes, somebody else seen it today.
So his hand injury, there are conspiracy theories flying around as they do, and there are also stories saying that Canelo may get banned, and if he gets banned, then maybe Billy Joe Saunders versus Golovkin?
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
How would that fight go, in your opinion?
You can't make predictions, can you? I hope the fight. Listen, just wish him all the best, and whatever happens, you know, it's for a reason. Maybe he is injured. Who knows? Can't speculate. I don't like speculating. It's bullshit, isn't it?
Okay. So you don't do speculation?
No, rubbish. I don't know what goes on in their camp, do I? Billy Joe, he's a lovely kid. He trains over in Sheffield. That's all I know about him. I don't know anything else. So speculate on what? If he's got an injury, probably be a genuine injury, won't it? That's all you can say about it.
Until we find out the facts. Absolutely appreciate that. Gasayev, Usyk, the final of the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, I rate. What's he called? Usyk.
Yes, sir.
Is that his right name?
Usyk. Yeah.
I rate him as a very, very good fighter. I've seen him fight a few times. Serious fella. He's a very good cruiserweight and a good champion as well.
Does he beat Gasayev?
I've not seen Gasayev.
Okay, fair enough. And Bivol.
I haven't seen Bivol either. Is he good?
Tasty. Just knocked out Sullivan Barrera in the 12th round. And he was beating Barrera all round the ring.
I haven't seen Barrera either.
Okay.
Can't comment on fighters I haven't seen. I've heard about but I haven't really seen him. I've seen Usyk a few times. Very impressed with him.
Can he go on to become heavyweight champion of the world?
Yeah, why not? How tall is he?
I think 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, should be able to. The heavyweight division is wide open right now.
The emergence of Joe Joyce, his knockout win over Donny Palmer, the highlight reel, because he knocked him out in what, 20 seconds, 30 seconds?
Yeah, very impressive.
Was.
Yeah. Joe Joyce is he's a good fighter. I did a comment the other day, I think the Daily Mirror come up here, somebody else did not put it in, I don't know why. Again, they put in what they want to put in, what they don't want to put in. And they asked me who's the best prospects that's coming forward now in the UK. And I said Joe Joyce, I said he's coming forward. I said he's better than all the rest. In my opinion, he's going to do some serious things at sharp. You see, not only is he 32, but he's a young 32, because what people's not seeing, this kid's a serious athlete. A serious athlete. Yeah? He can do 12 rounds, no problem. He's got a big engine. Yeah? He can punch, and he's awkward, and he's a tough lad as well. So he ticks all the boxes. Forget what people might look like, the finesse and this and that. And he's improving. You know, I can see there, although he went first round with that fella,
yeah,
he's a lot more loose, he's a lot more relaxed. He's getting better. He's getting better, Big Joe Joyce. Wish him all the very best. Lovely kid as well. And he's an artist. He does all this, showed me his paintings and everything.
Yep.
He's a proper humble young man. You know, he's a nice kid and he can fight. Whoever thinks he can't fight is an idiot. He can fight Joe Joyce.
Daniel.
He's all the right attributes.
Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, another fine young heavyweight coming through, but he's very young, so he needs time. Shouldn't be rushed. He might have a big punch and everything else, but he's still immature in his mind. He's nowhere near. You want to just take the time with him and guide him properly, because he's got years on his side.
He's got Frank Warren. Warren usually guides his fighters pretty well.
Yeah, well, he needs guiding well. I'm sure Frank will guide him well, so that's what needs to happen with him. But as right now, coming forward, it's going to create waves. Joyce is the one right now.
Billy Nelson's Martin Bacole. Have you seen Martin Bacole before?
Yeah, I know Martin Bacole, yeah.
How good is he? Where do you put him?
He's a big, tough kid, and he can fight. We had him sparring for the Parker camp to come in, and yeah, he's another contender level heavyweight, serious heavyweight. He can take some stick as well. He's tough.
Nathan Gorman.
Yeah, he's coming through. He's
looking sharp recently, though. Very sharp.
Yeah. He seems to tick all the boxes as well, young Nathan. He's a fine young big heavyweight. But again, he's young, isn't he? How old is he?
24, 23, 24?
I don't think he's that age, young Nathan.
Isn't he?
No, he's young. 20, 21 or something.
Okay.
He's not as old as you. He's a young heavyweight. Again, take the time with him. He's a young lad.
Have you seen Josh Sunderland?
No.
Okay, so no, Josh Sunderland. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Two other fighters before we finish. Bryant Jennings is on the comeback trail, or three fighters. Bryant Jennings is on the comeback trail. Spoke to him a few days ago.
Yeah.
He's talked about contracts and understanding his eyes open to the business of boxing. Where does he fit in the heavyweight division now?
Well, he can come back, you know. It just depends. He's got to rejuvenate himself. He fell short against
Klitschko,
and he fell short against
Ortiz. Yeah.
So he's got to look at that, and he's got to see where he goes there. So it just depends. Anybody can do anything. It's all in the mind. You know, he's been on a level. And he can do well again. I wish him all the best. Anyway, you see, I'm sure he's a very nice fella. And let's put it this way: his only losses are at top level, aren't they? So
yeah.
He's a world level fighter for sure.
David Haye, Tony Bellew, the rematch.
Depends what we're going to see with David Haye. You know, anything can happen. Is he going to get injured during the fight? He seems to have the bit between his teeth. It's going to be a different fight, I think. Usually with fights, we get an absolute barnstormer the first time, yeah, and it's a terrific fight. And the rematch is always a crock of shit.
Yep.
Yeah. The first fight of this was not much at all, was it?
No.
So the second fight usually then should be better. So he always seems to go like that for some reason. So it could be a very good fight this. And he's game, you know, David A. He's not when he's in there, he's having a fight, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going for it. So once he's in there and the bell goes and he's in proper condition, and he's a clever fella as well, he's not silly. So like he said, listen to what he said the other day where he let him get into his head and he said, I'll just get in there, I'll try and knock you out or whatever. So like I said, all depends how he's going to approach it and adapt to it. I think he'll be a lot better fight than the first one, but he's a good fighter as well. Bellew, I think it's a good matchup. This he can go like the first fight. It can go either way. You have to slightly favour Bellew in it because he can dig down Bellew when it's needed. But like I said, it could all be over in one punch, couldn't it?
The weight loss of Hay, coming from where he has been, he seems to have become a lot lighter. Does that going to make a difference in terms of shock absorbance and punch?
When he had his comeback, David, and I was watching him, I said straight away, I said, this guy's 16 stone. I said, look at him. I said, he doesn't look right. I said, he's slowed up. He's always got that power. You see, look, when a man's got power in his hands, he always has that power.
Okay.
All you're going to do by putting more weight on and slow yourself down, power ain't going to be any different. It's going to be the same. You either can punch or you can't. It's got nothing to do with your weight. But Wilder then.
Yeah.
15 stone, 6'8".
Punch.
40 knockouts. He doesn't have to put a lot of beef on, does he? It's in your it's how you are structurally made. He's a banger anyway. So what was the added weight for? Slow me down. Look good, look more intimidating. That's for a bodybuilder. That's for a doorman wanting to put somebody out because he looks tough and he can sort it with his physique rather than actually doing anything. Doesn't work in boxing. So he's done the right thing. Melt down, get sharp and be pristine condition at your weight. You don't need to carry surplus pounds. What is it going to do? Slow you down so as you can get it easier.
So it should be an interesting fight.
Yeah, if he's injury free and he comes for it, and like I said, and he wants it, then it's a very interesting fight. It's not an easy fight for both of them. It's a good fight, and whoever comes through it deserves maximum credit for coming through it.
The media, Peter, I always ask you the question, how do you feel towards the media in 2018?
Again, what do you mean, how do I feel about the media?
The media, you've been through a lot. I mean, you've been through a lot, the whole UCAD thing and this and that, of course, and other things have happened.
I don't feel anything for the media. I don't feel anything good and I don't feel anything bad. The media... Okay. The media are there to sell stories, to sell tabloids. Who's interested in, yes, no, he's a very good kid, this and that. They want to hear controversy, don't they? Controversy does sell. And unfortunately, when you're on the end of it, they'll get a story and they'll exaggerate the shit out of it. You know? I stood next to somebody's car, I told you, 200 grand car. The mate said, come with me, he said, and have a look at this. Yeah. So he said, take a picture, he said, because I'm going to send it to my younger brother. So I took a picture with my thumb up or something. He said in the paper, oh, he's gone and bought a 200 grand car. So, a lot of it's shit. It's like Donald Trump says, fake news. A lot of it is. You know, it's just the way it is. But look, when you know that, you can expect that. That's what it is. So I'm not offended with anything. They can print what they want.
Social media, Twitter in particular.
I think there's a lot of good people on the Twitter sites, and there is, and there's a lot of genuine fans there, and you know, and they talk a lot of sense, and some of the questions are very good, and it's good to keep people updated. So that's it. Not interested in all the idiots on there. To be fair, I don't get many now anyway. So there's a lot of good people on the social media site. I use the Twitter the most because. You know, I enjoy the people's company and then they chat back to me, and when I get time I use it. I try and answer the questions, I try and answer the best I can. That's it.
Do you watch YouTube? Do you watch YouTube? Are you on YouTube watching and watching fights and stuff like that? You?
No.
Absolutely not.
If I've got the time, yeah. But I'm busy,
Yeah.
so it's hard for me to get the time. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not even going to look at Sam Sexton yet. So I'll take a look at him and I'll get round to it. But yeah, so no, I don't really go on it that much.
Posing question. What can people expect with Sam Sexton and Hugh Fury? In a nutshell.
We'll see what we're going to see. Sam Sexton's going to be on his A game. He's going to come. He's going to give it everything he's got. Sam Sexton will feel, and his team is somewhat going to be overlooked. Think again. I don't overlook anybody. If anybody steps in that ring, they're in with a chance. So I will look at it and evaluate it properly. And there's nothing taken for granted. Just drafted sparring partners in. So we're looking at it, taking the fight very seriously, because they're all banana skins, aren't they? Every fight is what it is. Nothing's an easy fight. Man's got a pair of gloves on, he's a heavyweight, and he's a champion, so he's going to fight like a champion, isn't he?
People are already thinking that Hugh Fury will win the fight, it'll be easy, no problems, and he's British champion. That's it. I mean, that's how I've seen it.
I've heard people say about my fighters in the past, he's going nowhere, he's not going to do anything, he's going to get stuffed in the last 2 or 3 rounds, i.e. Hughie against Parker. That never happened either, did it?
No.
So I'm not really interested in what people's views are, it's what my views are that count. Because I'm doing the training in it, so it's what I think is the right way forward for the fighter. So anything can happen on the night. Nothing's going to go the way you think it can go. You can train in the gym, you can do everything you want. You've got to take every fight very, very serious. There is no tick-over exhibition down the road. You know, didn't take that fight seriously, fought somebody, Sokolowski, whatever his name is. You know, just played with him up and down. So that's different. So they're not took seriously at all. But this type of fight, of course we're taking it serious.
Okay. Do you have a final word to the people down the camera and who watch you and support you and have always given you positive feedback and stuff, Peter?
Just thanks very much. What can you say? It's very inspirational, and that's what makes the wins and the hard training all worth it in the end. Because there's fans out there that they want your fighter to do well, and you really want them to do well. And when they do well, and you get the recognition for it, it makes it all worthwhile. Like I said before, without the fans, without the interest in boxing, why would anybody be doing it?
Absolutely.
Any point would they?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So it's nice to have recognition, it's nice to have respect from people, and it's nice to be talked about behind your back in the right ways. So it's not about what you think. People, you can think you're everything under the sun. You might be the biggest wanker in the world. You know, it's what other people think of you, what they say behind your back.
Yeah.
So if people can talk well of you behind your back, then it shows a testament, isn't it? Then. So that's it. You can only do your best. But like I said, anybody who's a fan of me and speaks well of me or whatever, I am greatly appreciated.
Peter, I want to take this moment to say thank you for allowing BWTM to be in camp. It's been a long time coming, but I really appreciate it, and thank you so much.
It's nice to have you up here.
Thank you so much, Peter. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome.